Because every day above ground is a good day. Some are just more questionable than others. Questionable call, Friday edition with 8 on the board. And let's get it started with the Wheel of Misfortune. This poor dude. Take a look as he's trying to solve a puzzle and says something that will probably be with him for the rest of his life. Take a look.
Tavares.
Right in the butt.
No. What? Look at his face. Look at his face.
Blake.
This is the best.
Yeah, that's
This
it, I
is
think, yeah.
the best.
Better answer.
Not for Tavares.
Blake gets $1,000. How you doing, Tavares? You've already made an impression on us.
I apologize, Pat. I was a little excited.
No, we'll figure out a way to handle that tastefully. I have no idea what that'll be.
Yeah.
Tavares Williams is from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Of course he is, from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Perfect representative thereof. Question on the board in a moment. I want you to look at the close-up of his face. Look at this. This is the moment he realizes, oh, snap. Let's get a closer look at his face. The cheeks are expanded. He is now compressing his lips. This is the universal nonverbal indicator of I bleeped up. What do I do now? This man realizes his life is basically over. Question now is on the board. What is the absolute worst part of this? Well, let's begin with the fact that he said right in the, and then you heard the rest. Right is 5 letters. You saw the first word had 4 letters. That's a bad look automatically. Number 2, why in the world would that be an answer on the Wheel of Fortune? This dude's got to stand there. And by the way, that's the beginning of the show. That's before the introductions. He's got to do a whole episode while everyone is looking at him and laughing at him and thinking about the fact that he said right in the butt. The worst part of this is the man has to be there for the duration of the entire episode. I promise you, no matter where he goes the rest of his life, he'll be the butt man from Wheel of Fortune. As we continue on to number 7, presented by Bud's Chicken and Seafood, crispy, crunchy, juicy, golden brown fried perfection. Make it a Bud's Chicken and Seafood weekend. Go to budschicken.com. This comes to us from the Boston Celtics, Indiana Pacers Eastern Conference Finals. You got a fan excited to be on camera and another fan who gets excited as well. And then his excitement, well, that goes away very quickly. Take a look. He's excited. The dude's like, hey. And then the beer gets, look at the look on his face. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. And then he grabs his hat. Watch this again. The man knocks the beer, splash, doesn't even pause. Doesn't even realize it. But the facial expression from the cat who loses the beer, the overreaction, the what are you doing? No apology whatsoever and back to me. The question is on the board for the Splash Bro. No. Question, which is worse, spilling a beer on someone or having a beer spilled on you? I think about this all the time, maybe too much when I'm flying. You know when you're on a plane and you have to hand the drink to somebody in the seat next to you or they're handing it to you? That is some of the most nervous time of the entire flight. Taking the drink from the flight attendant and either setting it down or passing it to the person next to you or having them pass it to me. And I think about it. Would I rather spill it on someone else or have it spilled on me? I guess if you have a lot of empathy and compassion, you would rather take that discomfort, the stickiness and the wetness, but not me. I would rather spill the beer on someone else and have it spilled on me. I'm sorry. I'm just being real with you, keeping it a buck. We continue on the countdown up to number 6, presented by Twin Peaks. Eat, drink, scenic views, 29-degree beer. Twin Peaks, your UFC fight headquarters. This comes to us from Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. They brought a bunch of kids to the ball game. And a little kid gets asked about the number 1 overall pick of the Pirates, Paul Skenes, who, by the way, happens to be the boyfriend of the internet Instagram sensation and LSU gymnast Livy Dunn. Watch closely, listen closely to what this kid says is the favorite parts about the Pirates' top draft pick. Take a look.
Okay, good, but I have to ask you, what's your favorite thing about Mr. Paul Skenes? His mustache and Livy Dunn.
Why did he say it like that? Why did he say her name like that? Can we take a look one more time? Can we go back? All right, there she is. Right, there she is. So we understand why he feels that way. But listen to the way that he says his mustache and her name. Listen one more time.
Okay, good, but I have to ask you, what's your favorite thing about Mr. Paul Skenes? His mustache and Livy Dunn.
Why did he say it like that? The question is on the board. Should dad be proud? Yes or no? I mean, look at, he's an All-American boy. He's wearing a fake mustache. He's at the Bucks game. He's got love for the draft pick. We get that. But really, this kid's got love. He's wearing the mustache for her. He's yelling her name because he's in love with her. This is the Instagram age, and that little boy knows exactly who she is, and he would like very much to be on her radar. That's why he yelled her name that way. Dad's got to be proud. In fact, Dad's probably got to be very proud. We continue on in the countdown all the way up to number 5. Presented by Celsius, Essential Energy, Live Fit, Fantasy Vibe back in the hot. Want to taste a creamsicle? Remember the old creamsicle, the orange marshmallow? That's what we got right here. Celsius, Essential Energy Drinks, Live Fit. This comes to us from Miss Dugan, who is an 8th grade teacher who has a tremendous sense of humor and outstanding comedic delivery. We just talked about little kids in the internet age and the brave and the bold and the brashness and the fearlessness of these kids. We're going to get just 2 things that Miss Dugan is going to report that her students in the 8th grade have actually said to her. Take a listen to this.
Things that my 8th graders have said to me. Are you in therapy? You seem like the type.
Her delivery, though. Oh, my God.
You look like my grandpa's couch. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to get more from Miss Dugan as episodes continue on, but we'll just do 2 for today. The question is on the board. Question, kids today, too bold, yes or no? We just talked about the kid at the Pirate game who's trying to holler at Livy Dunn. This is a different age. These kids are online saying things about and to strangers that they otherwise probably wouldn't in person, but they might now. Twitter fingers, if you will. These kids have no filter. They don't care. They say anything they want to whoever they want, whenever they want. It's going to make a very confrontational society. She has a sense of humor about it. Her delivery, by the way, is outstanding. You look like my grandpa's couch. Thank you. Wait till we get to the rest of those next week. We continue on all the way down to number 4 in the countdown, and it comes to us from Charles Barkley on the NBA on TNT. There's been a lot of talk about Caitlin Clark and all the credit she's received or is due, or that some people believe she's getting too much of for the growth of women's basketball in the WNBA. Take a listen to Charles Barkley on the idea of the women being petty about Caitlin Clark getting all this shine. Take a look.
You women out there, y'all petty, man. Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes. Listen, what she's accomplished, give her her flowers. Stop being petty, all you women out there. She got y'all ass charters. She bringing all y'all this money to the table.
Look at
y'all
Ernie.
being petty like dudes. LeBron, you are 100% right. Y'all girls, stop being petty. Caitlin Clark, thank you for bringing all that money and shine to the WNBA.
Did you see Ernie? Did you see Ernie look at Shaq like, he's doing it? Like, here we go. Here he's doing. And then Ernie just kind of getting out of the way and all that. The question is on the board. Is Barkley on point or is he going overboard? You heard him reference LeBron, you're right. And then later on at the end, LeBron, you were right. Because in doing that, this doesn't have to be Barkley's take. He doesn't have to eat this on his own. He now has a chance instead to say, hey, LeBron, I back you with what you said. Here's what Angel Reese said, by the way. Take a look at her tweet. And that's on getting a win in a packed arena. Not just because of one player on our charter flight. Kissy face, Skytown, Angel Reese, maybe part of the petty equation, according to Charles Barkley. All right. So we resume with the question, is Barkley on point or is he going overboard? The reality is he said petty time and time. He said girls, and that's going to be taken the wrong way, as you might imagine. He's on point with the idea of if you are hating on her because you have to understand. Listen, in the history of Wilson basketball, there have been 2 players that ever got their own ball, Michael Jordan, Caitlin Clark. That's it. So Flowers is one thing, and the shine is one thing. But Barkley is fearful, as you know, of the others, of what Ernie's reaction is. That's why he's shouting at LeBron. You were right, because you can put it on LeBron that way. He's not overboard, but he's getting right about there. He's getting kind of close. He's right, though. People have to realize, no one's saying she's the best player. No one's saying she is going to become the greatest player. She's a cultural movement. She had a moment. It's now become a movement, and it's undeniable. Barkley's not completely off point. He's not completely on point, but he's not yet going overboard. We get to number 3 in the countdown, and it is Jaylen Brown postgame after going up 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals over the Indiana Pacers. Jaylen Brown asked about not making the All-NBA team and how he felt about that snub. Take a look at this.
Was there any motivation for you after hearing that you didn't make an All-NBA team?
No, I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I mean, we 2 games from the finals, so, honestly, I don't got the time to give a
Honestly, I don't got the time to give a bleep. Question, is Jaylen Brown telling the truth? Hell to the no. He's not telling the truth. He cares. It's motivation. It bothers him, but right now he's focused on team goal because they are 2 wins away from the NBA Finals. So he can say, I don't got time, and that's fine. But the reality is, I know, he knows, everyone knows that he feels slighted. And in a Michael Jordan last dance kind of way, he's, quote, taking it personally. And this is added motivation. He went for 40 in this game last. This is motivation to get those next 2, get back to the finals, and finally, mission to be accomplished. To number 2, we go in the countdown. Presented by St. Lucie Battery and Tire, SLBT.com. Road trip season. And that means getting your car tuned up. Go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire, SLBT.com. 17 locations, South Florida. Great family, great business. This comes to us from a flight in which the Eastern Tennessee State golf team is watching the baggage handlers mishandle their golf clubs. Take a look at this. Look at tossing the bags. The cart's a little far away. He did take a couple steps with that one. He took another step even further with that one. But he is throwing the clubs. That's not baggage with clothes. Those are shafts that can't be bent even a millimeter. And they're watching it as it happens. Eastern Tennessee State Golf, not pleased with the aforementioned airline. Question on the board. Question. Do you have a problem with the handling of those bags? Yes or no? I don't have a problem as much with the handling as I do the logistics of where the cart is. What do they want these guys to do? Carry all that stuff, all that distance? Like, he's not just tossing it, right? He's trying to do it in a manner that is helpful and yet respectful. But if those are your clubs, you're going to be pissed off, and rightfully so. This is not Dana White outing that delivery driver who was chucking boxes into the back of the truck. These guys are trying to do the best they can with the 2 of them. Probably should have moved the truck closer. They're in that in-between spot. I don't have a problem with the handling of it, but I would bring it to the attention so that maybe, just maybe, they're a little smarter about how they get things like that. It's not closed, again, in the case. Those are shafts and clubs. It can't be bent even, as I said, a millimeter. Get them closer to the source. And we get ourselves all the way to number 1 in the countdown, and we finish off strong. Before we vanish, how about a little magic show from 2 little kids? Take a look at this vanishing act. It is outstanding. Watch close, watch close, watch close, because he's going to vanish. How did they do that? Look at that. Get one more time, please. Well, let's watch that one more time. Look, they start the trick, and he's sneaking away. She's kind of close, but not. He doesn't know where he is. And we got a whole lot of that, and then she says, beat it. Ta-da. I love the 2-time. Ta-da. Ta-da. Question on the board. Grade this magic trick, A through F. You get A for effort. You get B for execution. You get A for adorable. These kids are adorable. The foot, though, was a little low. I wonder where she got him. You know what I'm saying? I hope she didn't get underneath, if you know what I'm saying, because that's a whole different thing altogether. And that'll bring us to the conclusion. Hit subscribe, of course, right here on Questionable Call. And tell all your people to do the same as well. Remember, kids, while every day above ground is a good day, some are just more questionable than others. Say goodnight to the bad guy. We'll see you Monday.